Hey, welcome back to this special Kearsarge Boys Basketball Championship edition of YCN Sports Wrap. So after the Cougars beat Stevens and won their first ever boys basketball state title, we caught up with head coach Nate Camp, as well as Johnson, Matos, Hernan, and Critch to hear what they had to say about the game and how it feels to be crowned champions. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I just want to say what a game, like Stevens and Coach Tierney they did a great job. They battled them. A bunch of their players said that after the game that if it wasn't them winning a state title, they wanted us to be, us, as the season or the postseason began. It was such a special night because, when you go down 10 in a big game like this, that can be detrimental to what we wanted to do. But these guys are really resilient and they battle and they've been battle tested. We've had a tough schedule throughout the season and these guys have been in a lot of big games. So they weren't rattled in the timeouts. The same look I saw pregame when I was looking them in the eye one at a time was the same look I was getting on the bench. There wasn't panic in them. And I think that stems from last year, the fact that they were in this situation before and they knew how to handle, this type of situation. Hey,
enjoy it.
How about this guy? Great job, Coach.
Good stuff. Enjoy that one, buddy.
Thanks, man. Great season. I think we had more talent on the floor last year, but this season had much more mental toughness. And that's attributed to the seniors from last year instilling that work ethic and the ability to never quit. And that's in their DNA. And that's from this community. It's from the previous coaches that they've had in middle school or AAU. And it's from their parents. And I think that, it's an honor to coach these guys. This is first state championship in school history, but this wasn't just one tonight. This was something that has been long in the making. I think these coaches, the current players, and all the alums before them. Marty Brown, I think, deserves so much credit in instilling what we've got going right now. And obviously, I mentioned before that coaches put you in situations to be successful and to win. But in my pregame, I said players win championships. A bunch of guys that worked hard defensively, and when Johnson and Matos play at that level, everybody else is contributing in some capacity, maybe not with points, but getting a rebound, getting a defensive stop. Nobody wanted to let anybody down on this team. I think that's the DNA of a champion. And like I said, it's an honor to coach these guys. And I think the community will be talking about this for a long time, and rightly so, to do it for the first time. There's so many people, so many alums that sent me text messages and former captains and former, 1,000-point scorers and 2,000-point scorers. I mean, it just goes on that this goes out to them and it goes out to the Kearsarge community that you saw them tonight. I mean, that crowd was unbelievable. It was a state title crowd, and I'm not saying that we were deserving of anything. We had to go earn it. But once it got to be a 3-point lead for us and then a 5-point lead with Matos' foul shots, and it was over, it was so surreal. It was such a gift to be able to be a part of it.
Stevens started off really strong. They were making big shots. The biggest change at halftime was just our defense, and then we stepped it up a notch. It feels great. It's never been done in school history, and this has been our goal the whole year, and it just feels satisfying. Tommy Johnson tonight was shooting the ball really well. I think one of the most underrated parts of his game is his defense. Tonight he did a great job on Noah Spalding.
Stevens came out with they came out tough. They came out with a lot of heart, hustle. They were hitting shots. Our defense was a little slow in the first half, but our defense second half was a lot better and shut them down. Yeah, well, coach told us that if we want to win this game, we have to play the better defense, and we came out with energy. Me and the captains were telling the other guys that we need to step on defense if we want to win. And we just played hard and gave it our all. A lot of my shots were off screens from Taylor or Kyle. A lot of my teammates were finding me for open shots, setting good screens. We were running the ball up the floor. This feels great to do it in front of this community. It just feels amazing.
We were just trying our best, to get the ball to the guys who were going to score and play some really good defense, and we knew we had to rebound. And at the first half, it seemed like they were kind of rebounding us, but we picked it up definitely in the second half. Tommy Taylor putting up all the points. I think Taylor had a double-double. Tommy with 27, and then the rest of our team, coming in and getting rebounds, getting steals, getting assists, giving it to the guys who are putting in the points. It feels amazing. Definitely the best thing that I've ever been a part of as a student or athlete here at Kearsarge.
I think we really had to feed Tom with a hot hand, what we had to do to get the win, basically. And I know the big fella had troubles, but he still finds a way to score no matter who's guarding him or how many men are on him. Honestly, there's too many emotions to even express how I feel. It feels great as a senior to be able to graduate with these guys and be able to move on. I'm just going to remember this for the rest of my life. I bet these guys, I bet they can make it back next year too.
I'm so proud of these guys. They showed a lot of toughness and really they played with a lot of heart and what our community is all about. So it's state champions. It still hasn't really set in, but long overdue. And here come the Cougars.
Thanks for talking with us, guys, and congrats to you and your team on an unforgettable championship season. Well, that's going to do it for this week's YCN Sports Wrap. Be sure to tune in next time and we'll have another special for you. But this time we'll just be focusing on the Lebanon Raider boys basketball team and their ride all the way to the Division II championship. As always, I'm your host, Andrew Zerhide. Have a great week, everyone, and go Cougars!